Ahoy and welcome everybody. Welcome to Horizon's Call. This
Hi.
is our multi-year ongoing nautical campaign set in the post-Diluvian world of Damaris. I am Derek Sword. I use he him pronouns. I am your GM, your game master, and your GC, your guiding compass as we navigate these treacherous seas of Damaris and beyond. I'm joined, as always, by these very lovely individuals who I want to have introduce themselves and say more about their characters. But before that, I do want to say that this is a Sword and Key game. You can find all of Sword and Key stuff at beacons.ai/Sword and Key. All of our links in one neat, nice place. You can see our socials. That's BlueSky and Instagram. We also have links to our Discord. You can hang out with cool folks like us, talk about cool games like this. We also have movie nights every other week. I'll talk about all that at the end. If you are looking for other links like charitable organizations that we're in support of, you can find all of them there. Our game in particular raises money for Feeding America. You can donate to that amazing cause, which works to supply food pantries and help out in food deserts all across the United States. You can donate at any time and also spice up our game, put a little wind in our sails, as it were, with some incentives through the link that you can find on our socials, in chat, and again on Beacons. There's a number of other charitable organizations there as well. You can donate to any of them at any time for ongoing games to spice them up with some incentives as well. If you were looking for discount codes to some wonderful affiliates, we have those. You can check out Eldritch Foundry for custom minis. When you do, use code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase, or use our affiliate link if you're going to be doing 3D printing. You can get a 3-month subscription for $19.99, unlimited STL files. If you are looking for your perfect dice set, look no further than Long Dog Dice. Jenn from Long Dog Dice makes your perfect dice set. I guarantee it. I can say that. I highly recommend checking out the Horizons Call dice. There are dice sets for each of the characters here, and then there are also dice specifically for the game itself. The D6 does have the option to have the Sword and Key logo on it. It's pretty cool, but they are really vibrant shades of blue with little flecks of copper inside of them. And even if, nautical stuff isn't your deal, you can definitely find a dice set that will spark your fancy. So check that out. Again, use code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase there. If you are shopping with Hit Point Press, makers of Dark Matter and Humblewood and animated spell cards, Fablemakers deck, they have plush music, comics, and tons of TTRPG stuff. Use our affiliate link if you're going to be purchasing from them. If you are getting your perfect cup of tea, check out Friday Afternoon Tea. It's the gayest tea shop in the Pacific Northwest. Friday is an amazing human being who is an amazing craftsperson of tea. Check out the official Sword and Tea, which even I helped make. And when you do, I'm going to borrow a friend's discount code. Use code The Lady Dame for 10% off your purchase. All that said, let's go ahead and have these lovely people say more about themselves. Then we'll do a little recap and jump into things. So, Mare, if you don't mind starting us out.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mare. I use they, she pronouns. I am playing Acacia, who uses she, her pronouns. Your centaur star druid, who really hopes that the Triton stuff goes better than but not holding her breath.
Yeah, maybe holding her breath. She can breathe underwater. It'd be weird to hold it for that long. You'll be down there for a minute, probably. I don't know. Next up is Eva.
To be fair, went pretty well. We didn't lose anybody. We survived.
I still don't know if well is the right descriptor.
Compared to some other situations, I'm gonna take it as a win. Hi, I'm Eva. My pronouns are she, her. Today I'm playing Weenie, also she, her, who is a sea elf alchemical artificer. And she is joined, as always, by her little homunculus companion, Little Jeffrey, who is a little shark man.
Sorry, I almost missed his cue there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Next up, we have Mikyl.
Hey fam, I'm Mikyl. He, him pronouns. I play Proximus. Your Triton Shadow. No. Battle Master Fighter.
How
Year
many
6,
classes
everybody.
until it starts to get confusing?
Yeah.
How many classes have you been? Technically 4?
I mean,
Paladin,
Paladin.
sorcerer.
But multiple
Yeah, I'm
paladins.
sorcerer, like two different paladins, 3 different paladins.
3, yeah.
3 different paladins. one type of
S-
sorcerer
Yeah, yeah.
and
fighter.
a
Now a
fighter now.
fighter.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a
Yeah.
partridge.
Yeah, and a pear tree.
And that's not even counting
Pear tree
SummerSlam.
subclass.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
SummerSlam.
Yeah. Thank you to Michael, as always, for the incredible artwork that you can see on screen, as well as in all of our promotional materials. Please check out Michael's socials and also the Sword and Key Discord for even more of that incredible artwork. Next up is Kayla.
Hi, hello, my name is Kaila. I use she, her pronouns. I play your Siren Storm Sorcerer Scarlett Shores, who also uses she, her pronouns, and needed floor time. Last roll. Oh, hello, Jordan. I didn't realize you were still looking.
Floor time is very important. Tougher to do in the ocean, easier to do on a ship. All
Harder if
important.
you're not
all
a
the same.
mermaid. Siren, sorry. Siren's
I
can have
mean-
floor time.
Sirens can and should have floor time. Fantastic. Let's see. A special thank you to Kayla and Mare and Eva for often doing production work on this show. Special thank you to Eva, especially for this week, for doing production work. And then next up we have Jenn.
Hi, I'm Jenn. I use she, her pronouns, and I play Kallista, the Tiefling Tempest Cleric, also she, her pronouns, and she doesn't know what to do with herself right now. At all. It's great.
Great.
It's fine.
We'll figure it out. We're playing D&D or something, right? Like there's rules and stuff. I'm
Yeah.
sure we'll structure it somehow. Okay. Well, this is Horizon's Call. We have a recap prepared. I believe, Kayla, it is your turn this week.
It's my turn.
It's your turn. So whenever you are ready, the floor is yours.
Yeah, so we all thankfully made it back from the Shadowfell. We were under the sea because that's where we started. That's where we ended up back up. You're welcome, Michael. Ended up on one ship to discuss plans and to collectively all have floor time in Scarlett's captain quarters. Serona helped with her best compression therapy for those who needed it. Decided plan of action was to keep the ring in the chest in the ethereal plane for now, which establishes Winnie's plot armor. Because she's the only one who can get to it. So good news. Winnie stays alive for the foreseeable future and within the next 60 days game time anyway. We then decided that it was best to start heading to the Nalos. So we did set both ships to go north. It should take us about 10 days-ish to reach the outside-ish of the borders, if I'm remembering correctly. Scarlett kicked everyone out so she could take a nap. There was a conversation had between Kallista and Proximus about somewhat existential crisis-y sort of things that ended up with Kallista saying we should go on a date very awkwardly. 10 out of 10. Proximus said yes, so that's great. There was also a conversation between Panbear and Acacia about missing home and having very vulnerable big emotions, and Panbear really hoping that the knife was not poisoned. Acacia could have really done something funny there. Winnie worked on her Dwarvish and then worked on Needlepoint at Acacia's request. And Acacia worked on navigation. Proxy looped in Dominara about bits and things happening. And that's kind of where we had to end off because real life things got in the way. Everyone's fine now. We're good.
Yes, the
Like
flooding
in
was.
real life we're good. The
Okay.
game a little less good.
I was like to say doubt.
Yeah, the flooding wasn't on the ship. It was in real life, but sounds like everything's fine.
And it was only in a closet, so it's fine.
You're
Just
lucky.
Proxy's
Who
bedroom.
needs closet in
Proximus' bedroom.
2026?
The crossover is
I
unfortunate
Can't
at
make it
this
up.
point. Yeah. Great. Well, it sounds like the last time that we left off, we were going to have a strategic conversation, also roping in Dominara into that. So we did leave off with Proximus, Dominaria essentially nipping at his heels to gather up everybody else and have this conversation. So you are, in this time, have traveled a little over halfway. So there's only a couple days left at this point if you did have any other preparation in mind. But we can go ahead and pick up with that conversation. So Proximus, I will leave it to you. Where would you like to have that conversation, and who would you like to be present for it?
I think the best place is Scarlett's quarters. Isn't there like a table,
There's a war table.
map
yeah.
table? Yeah.
Yes, there's a war
I was
table.
going to say
War
war
table
table,
with
but
maps.
we haven't really made war yet, so.
We about to.
Keyword yet.
True.
To be
But
a
yeah,
pirate
yeah.
is to be at war for life.
My heart is a war. Okay, so
Well,
yeah,
what is the
I think I think that's a good place to have it. And Connery, Dominata, us here, and Marcus. Yeah. Anyone else that I am missing?
Totally up to you.
Did you say the party as well, or
Yes,
He did,
all of
he
us
said-
here.
Okay.
He said all of us.
okay? I
All
got
of
all
us,
the
'cause,
NPCs,
yeah.
and then I was like,
I
wait
want
a minute.
to. I'm leaving everyone else out.
Everyone except Winnie.
Even little Jeffrey's
Everyone
there.
except little Jeffrey.
Oh no, we're in
Yeah.
hell. Okay. Gathered then in Scarlett's captain's quarters. So you have Connery and Marcus, the party, and Dominara all gathered there. So it's kind of standing, sitting varieties of tension in this room. You can see, based on the maps and charts that have been laid all across the war table, much like I described, you are but a few days out from reaching the borders of your homeland, a place you have not seen in years. The only connection to it being the woman who stands in the room who not that long ago took your eye and marked you as a heretic. And now you plan to head back. What would you all like to do?
I don't think. I mean, this is just. I just think a conversation between Dominaria and Proximus about.
Well, I don't. Did I explain everything that was going on?
You essentially told Dominaria that you
forget.
all were headed back.
Yeah.
You didn't necessarily get into, like, in-game, we did not describe anything too in-depth because
Okay.
the conversation was like, listen, we need to get
Yeah.
everybody together to see what this looks like. If you would like to say that you explained everything just to save some time,
Yes.
fine with that. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, with Dominaria now has the knowledge that you all are heading back, that Paimon has at least stated to you all that he is trying to take over the Nalos. You're not exactly sure in what form or fashion he is doing that. You have gotten rumors that there are Tritons attacking ships in the mid-seas, and as far as you're aware, the Nalos are the only Tritons in the mid-seas. So for them to come above the water is also a pretty big deal. And so Dominaria is aware of that, is aware that you have the mark of a heretic, and is aware that you're essentially sailing towards a pretty big showdown at best, and potentially both of your executions at worst. Perhaps the death of everyone here at worst. And she, I think for the first time that you've ever seen, the tension in her body is not one of irritation, it is not one of frustration, it is one of fear. This is a woman who is being faced with a very dire situation, and for the first time, well, you have seen her afraid before, at least very upset, when she confronted you and knew the truth that you were telling her. This is different. This is not truth breaking through a facade. This is this is staring into a void and not knowing whether she should jump or not for how deep it is, how deep this pit is. Will it be a solid landing, or will it be her end? And so her arms across her body so tightly that you think she's going to break a rib, and she is just staring you down with these semi-bioluminescent eyes in this slightly darker captain's quarters.
You are the only one who has been there recently, and you would know with this mark and you not returning what we are walking into. But why would they come to the surface?
I do not know. When I was sent, it was to bring back your head. I was sent as the next arbiter because you had failed, and for the first time you had failed by not dying. That had never happened before. A lot of things had not happened before you. There was no devil when I was there. It was the mid-sea knights that dispatched me. I have not been back to know what could have changed, but if they are sending people above the surface, it means that someone has gained enough influence over them to change their entire ethos on rising above the seas. And the only thing I can think that could lead to that is that the Nelos are at war. Is the only thing that would make us break our oath of boundary. Someone has declared war on the surface.
With the involvement of Paimon, a devil, I think it's safe to assume that there has been a lot of manipulation and poking and prodding behind the scenes that they likely are not even aware of. However, he put himself into power to put in their good graces, so to speak. And that's just another facet we gotta keep an eye on, or to think
Every
about.
century, every Triton is my family. I don't feel comfortable hurting or killing them. I would like to take the most peaceful way, but if they have declared war, there is no peace. There is no speaking. We all know this. Dominera came to kill me. Not to stand trial, as I thought. How do we get in, and how do we change the mind of an entire culture without an army?
You and Dominaire are the experts. You know the most.
I feel as though I am sailing to strangers, not home. I don't know if I know them any longer. This is not who I left
if I can be
Dominera,
blunt.
do you have a way to get in? And where should we enter? I do not want to bring the attack to the ships. I would prefer to sneak in as quiet as possible with the least amount of people as possible.
Go ahead and this will kind of be for Dominaire, but we'll use Proximus' stats and everything. Go ahead and roll me a history check, please.
Ooh.
They don't teach that in Triton school.
They teach history. It's just
Negative
like the
one
propaganda history.
modifier.
Yeah.
I'm going to use one of my advantages. So. Oh, that's a fucking 19. Let's
Hell yeah.
go. And a 12. So I will take the 18. You see Proximus just like black out. His eyes roll back and he's like, no.
Dominaire releases the crossed arms, and you can see that her head tilts a little bit as she's also very clearly thinking, and Matrix like you sync up. And in a moment, both of your minds kind of clock the same as you think of coming from above. It's open ocean. There's no islands about. It's deep enough in the ocean that they're not going to see the silhouettes of the ships unless they're already patrolling near the surface anyway. Coming in, at the ocean floor level, you've stood sentry there. You know that they protect, like, literally the edge of their border, and perhaps beyond that now. Getting in means you can't come from above, and you can't come, essentially, at the surface level. But there is the third option. Black mithril isn't just found lying on the ground. It is mined. And a big way to discipline young Tritons, to discipline Tritons of all ages, really, to build strength, is to serve in the mines. There are underground tunnels, mine shafts, all obviously flooded. Some actually not as flooded, where they have dug up to allow the water level to essentially by these air pockets cease. Caverns, natural ones, Triton-made ones, but pathways that lie beneath the very feet of the entire Triton Empire.
There was one time where I came across a ship that could go underwater. That would come in very handy now.
I never believed you when you talked about that. I always thought it was completely made up.
I wish that I had someone here that can confirm what happened, but
Sorry, I didn't contact any of our guests for that one.
So the Nalos are deep below the sea. The pressure will be felt by everyone. But coming from the south, I think the best bet is to get to sea level, get to the Nalos level, to the ground of the sea, and then proceed. Man, I wish I could call a steed. That'd be super helpful in the water.
I can make little Jeffrey bigger and you could ride him if you want.
I think
That's
for
a horrifying thought.
You could borrow my mount?
You are not going with us?
He is big enough to pull multiple people.
Mm,
Proximus,
yes.
if I could be blunt without, no, I don't want to do that, talk, if I can just throw a bunch of options and ideas into the pile, if that's okay?
Yes?
You are talking about how do we take down a people that are at war, so rapid fire assassination, either of Paimon, the main person behind all the manipulation, or those in charge. You could do negotiation, which I'm not voting for. I'm just throwing it out there, because I think it's safe to say none of us want to negotiate with Paimon. Could also do revolution, going in from the outside against Paimon. Introduce a new Eula equivalent, pull back away. Those are the only ideas I have, but I don't know how you feel about any of those, or if any of them are actually viable. Or what would work.
I agree that we should take Paimon out. Assassination won't be easy. But, I mean, we've literally been to hell. So,
Who would you even, like, look, it's your culture, but, like, who would even be a Eula equivalent? First of all, Eula and Paimon both kind of are terrible, so...
I'm just talking in general, like, the high level degree of, like, power and influence doesn't need to be actually Eula.
I sure hope not. But, like,
No, absolutely not.
What
She was
options
terrible.
do we have for that category
listen,
as it is?
there are so many cultures and people here that I have ran into, including you all, who are free to worship who they want or don't at all. And I just want that for my people. There has been too long where everyone has been brainwashed into thinking that they must follow Eula, must follow Paimon. They should be able to make their own decisions.
Liberation.
Yes, freedom of the soul. That is all I want.
Do we
But
even
I
know?
don't know how viable that is right now.
Yeah. And I'm also worried that if we do take out Paimon, it's just going to increase the religious fervor.
Mm. We could use the help of a god right now, huh?
Yeah, mine are all not very hands-on.
Yeah.
You know what? Go ahead, Michael. Go ahead and roll a religion check when you say that.
Ho ho ho! Crit, 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 crit.
I also don't think that this is great. Let's see. -1. Here's another freaking advantage.
You have also
No advantages.
five.
What was it? What was it?
Okay, it was a 7.
Okay. Okay. We can leave it at that.
You have 5 crits, sir.
Yeah. No, that one just seems right.
Winnie, in the very dark recesses in the back of your mind, you hear around some help.
That doesn't sound like hands. That wasn't in Dwarven.
My whole block heard that laugh.
I think when he says that out loud too, just that wasn't in Dwarven, like a complete crazy person. Well, two things, because I can't say anything without enumerating them, apparently. The first is, do we know where Paimon even hangs out? Because, like, he goes all over the place. Kind of surprised he hasn't shown back up on the Mercy, to be honest, because, like, contractually, he could, I think, still. Look, a contract's a contract. Don't get mad at me. But two, also, we could... does anyone want to share a drink with me? I don't think it's really going to help, but it never hurts to ask.
The tonic or
No.
a regular drink?
No, like, she'll pull out some of her, like, good rum.
Yes.
I mean, I will definitely take a drink.
Absolutely. 100%.
Right about now is good time.
Dear Handseath, any help, assistance, or guidance in this endeavor that we are embarking on would be very nice and helpful. I realize it is not directly a dwarven problem, but it is sort of like risking spilling out into, like, you know, further out and afield and directly, eventually, dwarven interests. So, plus, like, I owe you one or something.
Sorry, you got a little high pitch there, the camera or the audio didn't pick it up. What was the last bit?
Plus, like, I'd owe you one or something.
I know you want. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you want, is to owe another god.
Oh, the two of
You know
them.
what? Handseath is typically busy partying. However, you did mention spillage, which is the ultimate party foul. And this is a spillage of conflict, which is a really big party foul. So if you would like to roll for religion, you absolutely may.
I would like to just use one of my crits because I feel like that is a fun use of a crit.
Let's fucking go.
Yes.
So what are you pouring into everybody's cups?
Rum, I guess.
Your good rum.
Okay.
Yeah, the good stuff.
Okay. You watch as the bottle that you're holding actually chills, like visibly you can see like little ice crystals kind of forming all over it, and it is properly chilled rum. Everyone who is going to drink that, if you'd like to roll a d20, that can be temporary hit points that you can have essentially until they run out.
Of course, I roll a 3.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I was feeling bad about my 4, but
You said a D20?
Yeah.
hey, something's it's
Oh,
something.
17.
Every little bit helps.
Just for a moment, as you see the ice crystals forming, you do see them spell out in Dwarven, "Party on, don't die."
That's so funny.
Oh my god.
Where'd you say, Eva? I can't hear you.
Oh, I'm hard muted. I was like, man, I wasn't even squeaking on that one. Thank you. And Winnie will toast the air or what have you. But, well, it doesn't hurt anyway.
We all gonna be praying to our gods?
I think if I was Paimon, definitely manipulating the council of elders would probably be the best place. And so I could imagine that he is there. Just look for the biggest building, you'll see it.
So what are we doing then? we go into the mines, we try to start a rebellion, assassinate a leader. Is that?
Yes. I think the mines are the best way in.
Is there anyone who would be willing to at least listen to you before killing you? Or is it all kill first? That's it.
Or Dominera.
Don't look at me like that, Derek.
So, Michael, I know before we went live, we were talking about some of those boons that you have sitting around. I do think that, personally, just sitting here, unbiased as I am,
Very unbiased, totally.
completely,
As a true god says. Yeah.
I have no dogfish in this fight. If you wanted to Lando Calrissian somebody into existence, I think a boon is a great use to do that.
My old friend Lando.
Yeah, let's remember how that turned out.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing, Derek. You just want us to use our boons.
I mean, they've been they're gathering dust, and it's turning into they're less more boondoggle at this point. So
Burn
just
the good
throwing it
candle,
out there.
eat the good chocolate, use the boon, stop saving it for a special occasion.
Clean
gotta
your
stick
makeup
hundo,
brushes.
This
wash
is
your water
it.
bottle.
This is I will spend a boon. Who will start a rebellion? And I think that the Mid-Sea Knights would actually not side with Paimon. They're so disciplined in the fact that, I mean, we couldn't go to the surface.
Okay. So I have a list of names of Tritons Nalos that we have mentioned before. So I can read some of those out in just the basic information. Some of these came from your prequel. You're welcome to also make up somebody if you have a specific name in mind.
We never do that. We had this planned.
Absolutely. Wink. So I am seeing Nivea Midnight, who is a member of the Midnight Order, much as Proximus once was. Mentioned to be a bit of a gossip and sometimes a bit eccentric with the stories that she claims are true. There is... Nope. Let's see. There is Arcus, who was Grand Master of the Nalos Battalion. Arcus is who was your psychopomp in the Hall of Doors. So
Arcus would be the most influential.
yes, Grand Master of the Nalos Battalion. Older, much more set in his ways, and also potentially past at this point. You're not sure. He was older.
Right.
There's Bors, who not a lot is really known about, but he was another sentry that was mentioned in the Proximus prequel. Let's see. Nope, Corvus is dead. Sorry, he just came up.
you for the
You
reminder.
have to say it out loud, and you chose to.
Corvus's
did. It
brother,
was a-
Corvus.
Was a conscious choice. Yeah.
How
Your
influential is
uncle?
Nigel? Do we just?
Yeah,
is
right.
Nigel
Gotta find
still
him
there?
first.
Yeah, right.
He's just chilling in the mines, and we just go, "Oh my God, Nigel!" And
Can he be part of the boon?
No.
Coward.
No, well, it's Nigel's busy right now.
In the original story, that's in the caves. That's where the Tritons came across Eula.
Yeah.
So there could be all kinds of things in these mines, but
Yeah, so I mean, the history of the Nalos is that they were attacked by essentially a kraken that was larger than any that was ever seen. It was devastating the entire Nalos population. I mean, just soldier after soldier sent in only to fall to its might, and Eula came from below and rid the Nalos of this threat. And at that point, the Nalos, who had been monarchical, they had actually served under a queen and a prince. The queen took her crown, took the heir of that the prince would have, the heirdom, and gave it to Eula. And from that point forward, They have served Eula, and a council was formed to interpret Eula's will and to send the arbiter as was needed. So communication was a little more intense at the beginning, definitely a little more lax as the years went by, where the only communication then was need a new arbiter, send one up, and a contest was then held, and that's how Corvus and Proximus were both sent up at that point. That is all. So Nivea and Bors are really the two names. Those were the only two that were mentioned in the Proximus prequel. I will say, I do have a couple other names. If you would like them.
I think Nivea would
Okay.
be just for Ashley. The prince was the first arbiter.
Yes.
You can add that to lore. Yeah, I love the fact that we talked about this 5 years ago, just you and I, Derek, and this is great. That was definitely a lore drop. So yeah, Nivea, I think would be. I wonder what she is doing now.
I should call her.
Nivea? That flake? With her head in the surf? Not focused on what she was doing? Prone to stories of grandeur?
When you left, was Arcus still the Grandmaster?
Yes, but his presence at the council meetings was becoming more infrequent. He was not the one that sent me on my orders, but it was by his word that I was sent. It just wasn't a direct command from him.
If we could convince him, if he is still there, he would give us a lot of influence on the Mid-Sea Knights.
I suppose.
But if he is not available, if he is not there, if he is past, I think Nivea would be in.
Any friend is important now, but I do worry that Arcus will be like squeezing blood from a stone. Which I have done. Just once. And it wasn't my own blood, so I don't want to hear it.
It was the hardest of stones. Yes, we know. Okay.
So
we go through the mines.
do you have an mines? Great. Do you have a external entrance to get into the mines? Do you know the layout?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
So badly want to say deception check. It's fine, you can say it. Oh yeah.
Corvus and
I definitely know.
Corvus and I used to train for above water combat in the mines where there was actual land oxygen. We would try to train with different weapons and be proficient on fighting above the sea.
It's also really great just to like, shirk from work and, smoke a little seaweed.
That's all, folks.
Hot boxing in an underwater cave.
Did you ever think about like if it's worth it? Like who even is Eula? What even is that name? Like Eula. It doesn't even sound like something. Yeah. This is just bullshit, man. We should just go we should just swim and just keep swimming.
Pregnant Triton is just a submarine for another Triton.
What is a submarine?
What the fuck?
High seaweed thoughts.
I just went through like all the stages of grief.
I just kind of stopped on rage.
It's a good one to stop on. Okay.
I haven't even started drinking yet.
Fucking y'all.
Dominaire just nods solemnly, having stated this plan. We will find Nivea. If she is still... She will be in the barracks.
Hmm.
We can leave your ships outside of any sort of danger, if that is a concern.
That is.
Proximus, if we are at war, there is no arbiter anymore. But whatever comes next, we will face it together. And if I must die, to die with you, to die by the hands of our people, I could think of worse things.
I don't want that to happen. But if I was to go out with anyone, I'm glad it is you. But I would prefer you to stick around for a long time and take care of our people. You've seen what is up here. You've seen all the things that we have been through.
Well, I am not looking to die today, tomorrow, or for a very long time.
Good.
Also, you should get a towel or cloth or something to cover that nasty scar you have. I don't know where you got that from, but that will make it more difficult for us to walk around if you are showing off that you are a heretic.
Yes. I can only think of one person who would ever do this to another.
She looks over at Connery, and Connery just looks at her.
Two people.
Gaslighting Connery? Get the fuck it's like, what did I do? Yeah. Oh.
Kallista will finally kind of lean up off of the wall for a moment, like point at Proximus. I can just fix that if we want it to go away. So there's that.
Fix.
At the very least, the mark. I'm not going to mess with your magical
I've,
eye.
I've kind of liked my eye the way that it is, but
I'm just saying if it's that much of a concern, that is a solution. I also fully understand wanting to keep the very cool scar. Just giving options, and to the point of giving options, if we are going to be leaving these ships in a safer place, I feel more comfortable offering up once again what I did while we were in the Hells. If things get very bad and we need to get out, I can get all of us out. It is a ripcord, it is a one-way trip. We will deal with how we get back to the ships afterwards. But if we get to a point where survival is paramount, I have an option if everyone can get close to me.
And if need be, wherever we end up on your ripcord, I might be able to get us back to mainland without having to worry about a mischance from a teleport.
So we've got a couple of options then.
Marcus said that scars are cool,
He was right.
and that girls like them.
You're going to listen to my husband now?
Okay, but like, it's not a secret that you're a heretic, right? Like, wasn't that the entire Dominator?
Right.
Isn't that like why you went after him?
It was, but We are not just like 10 people. It's not like we have everybody's face memorized. Proximus hasn't been seen for quite some time. If he were to walk around with a massive mark on his face, very clearly they don't need to know his name. They know that he is marked for death.
That's fair.
If he were to walk around with his eye covered or otherwise not as exposed, he could perhaps somewhat hide. Although you are walking around altogether very conspicuous.
Yes.
If we get rid of that scar, we can always give you a new one somewhere else.
Yes.
If you think scars are cool.
No, she's got a point.
Okay, to rewind a little bit, I suppose you can see through things with the arcane eye. We could put an eye patch over it and you can still see.
Listen,
Yes,
Michael
it's-
wants so badly to combine all of his favorite characters, and this is Bishop. It's got an M over his eye.
That's why I'm trying to get away from getting rid of the scars. He's clearly very upset about it. I'm like, okay, let's spitball. I don't think we can put makeup on it going into the water. What else do we got?
I don't know. Waterproof
me,
makeup is
jerk.
pretty good nowadays.
Just hodgepodging all of your favorite characters together. We've been doing this for years, man. I've seen you pull them together.
Oh, that was such a good pull. No, I definitely would get rid of the scar. Yeah, it'll be easier.
You can always put it back later.
It looks like a dead fish upside down.
Technically.
It's
And
fine.
who drew it
Well,
that
the
way?
dead fish is upside down, but it's an upside down fish. Is it just right side up now? Like,
Exactly. You're thinking the right way.
Okay. Do we have enough of a plan? 12% of a plan?
More than we usually have.
Yeah. So going in the mines, talking to Nivea, revolution, profit.
Profit. Hey,
kill Paimon, profit.
Yeah,
there we go.
right.
I mean, ideally. I mean, we don't have to kill him. Like, it'd be kind of nice if, like, someone else.
All I
did that
wanted to
work
do was
effort.
make him forget about us.
Above table question. I can't remember. Did we found out that the hammer makes soul coins, right?
Yep, in the Tooth or Truth game, you guys know that that's
Okay.
what happened to Longinus, and you know that's what the hammer does.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
So the thing is, we do need to make sure that if we do kill Paimon, it's either one, in the hells, or two, I look at Kallista with your fancy little hammer.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he doesn't just pop back up into his little estate like a phoenix rising from the ashes, or else then he's going to hate us even more.
Yes.
You
I-
have two hammers. You can dual wield two hammers. Can we just say, like, hammer time when you hit someone?
I think it'll be pretty clear when I need to use that one.
I just think it would be great.
Think of the
yes.
optics.
Hammer, don't hurt him.
It will need to be with
Too
that
legit.
hammer.
Too legit to quit. We're going to get copyright.
Our first copyright's gonna be Michael.
Not for that. Yeah, not-
Do we know? It's not really important, I guess, but like, do we know how that water didn't work on him, or how like he knew to shake it off?
When he was threatening me, I didn't ask.
Oh,
I could venture a guess.
I like guesses.
He has a contract with Scarlett. He's going to have a built-in reminder that something is off.
Yeah, that would make sense.
And some
Didn't he
things
also
just
mention-
aren't permanent.
And
Time
also,
moves faster there.
Right?
I remember him mentioning something about time being weird, time to recover. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Well, it wasn't my greatest idea. Actually, I think it was. But it just didn't work out.
It is
But,
pretty
yes.
inspired, you know, if you weren't thinking about like the long term. That sounds
If
like
for whatever reason I am unavailable at the time that it is needed. Someone else please grab the hammer.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Are we going in for an actual assassination approach, or just like going into like just fight and kill?
If Nivea can get us in a back way, I would prefer it that way. So we went.
Because you want to find the elders instead of, like, between the two, you
Right.
want to find the elders, right? Versus Paimon.
No, I want to kill Paimon.
Oh, sure, okay. So
I
you
know
don't
if
want to get the
assassination
Tritons on
is going
side
to
first.
necessarily work.
Yeah, that's the problem. At least not for Paimon.
I mean, if
So
he's a soul
yes,
one.
No.
Winnie.
Yeah.
But,
Tritons on our sides first.
yeah, because if we go in and kill
Oh,
their god
right,
again, they're going to be big pissed. More pissed. Right?
Right.
I mean, if someone killed 2 of your gods, how would you feel?
There's just
I mean,
got
it
19
depends on
more.
the god, really.
Well,
Anyway. Okay, so going into the mines and then trying to...
Hmm.
How are you getting a hold of Nivea?
Do you trust her enough to send a sending?
Yes. And let's do it.
No turning back.
Okay. What would you like your sending to say?
Hey, girl.
hey girl, hey, I thought you probably thought you heard the last of me.
You up?
Bitch, guess who's back?
Oh, the lore.
Oh,
the
shit.
Yeah,
lore.
this is gonna be it's
Oh,
Brittany
gosh.
bitch sort of deal. Isn't it?
It's proxy, bitch. Okay. This is Proximus. Help needed. We must free the Nalos. We need a way in. Meet us in the mines. Don't tell anyone about.
25 exactly. It takes a minute, but you do get a response. I thought you were dead. You should be dead. I'm not sure if I'm happy that you aren't or not. Meet me in the plesiosaur pen in 5 days' time.
Hmm.
Night. And you would know that the plesiosaur pen, because you have plesiosaurs that have adapted to deep sea life, but plesiosaurs are reptiles. They do need to breathe air, so they utilize a lot of the caverns with the air pockets to kind of like just kind of keep them there, and let them just kind of recharge. If everybody has ever played that dolphin video game Echo, you got the little air pockets.
Stupid game.
That game
I-
It was-
haunts me.
Yeah,
I
it
hear
haunts
it's
us all.
fucking wild.
It's not. It's
It is
so. It's not
unhinged.
meant for children.
No.
I
It's
need
not
to
meant for
play it.
children.
It is
I
so
have to
wild.
play it.
Please.
It's not inappropriate or any way. There's just something about your child brain being like, I need air. I need air. But you do know that they have utilized certain like air pocket caverns in the mines, the lesser used or now defunct parts of the mine, to have as plesiosaur pens. So you should be able to access them in the mines as well.
Excellent.
Great. With a plan made, then, Dominaria looks to all of you. If you need me, I will be sharpening my weapons and preparing my body for death. And I hope that you all do the same. And she walks out.
She is such a drama queen.
No, I kind of agree with her. We should probably be prepared again. God damn it! Right from the fucking pot into the fire again.
Yes.
Again.
We need a vacation or another good spa day.
Yes.
Anyway, let's go prepare for death. Come on, little Jeffrey.
Fuck me.
She just comes bouncing after you. I prepared for it a few times. It's been very helpful.
Good.
Yeah,
And he
you got
holds up the coloring page again that says Last Will and Testament. You should really fill this out.
The thing is if I go down, you go down, eventually.
No.
Well, you know what? It is a different year. I should probably double check that. Nope. It doesn't really say anything about that, so...
Yeah.
I guess...
Ambiguity of rules wins for Jeffrey again.
I guess in 2024, as long as you don't lose your hit points, if I die, you just exist forever. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm like a familiar.
You are like a familiar. Okay. I'm still not signing this, but it's good to know.
Thanks, Wizards of the Coast.
Which coast?
Is that Rollins' title now?
I almost said it. I'm so glad you did, Kayla.
Yeah.
Roland is in fact a Wizard of the Coast now, yeah.
Yeah. He is.
Anyway.
And Winnie has bro. That's Roland.
God damn. I hate this. I hate this.
I'm just really upset of how long that took my brain to get.
Also, it took us 6 seasons to get here for this bad joke.
Just so it's clear, I am casting, or I would have cast Homunculus Servant the day before, spell slot wise.
Okay. Well, you all have 5 days to reach Nivea. Just about where you've been traveling here, a little less than 4 days to reach the border proper of the Nalos. And that is by ship. What's the plan as far as, like, are you trying to get, like, just a few nautical miles outside of what their territory would be? Okay. All right. Is there anything any of you would like to do before we reach that point?
I know. I have 2 short things that we can do now or over break. I don't know what other people, or after break, other people have stuff, but I have 2 small things.
Yeah, shoot them out real quick.
Sometime after that conversation, knowing that Proximus usually skews to doing like almost like second shift, third shift kind of things, is going to be like up later doing crew stuff. She's going to just go drop something off in his closet, I guess, for him to find later. We can circle back to that in a minute. And when she's going to go to bed, she is going to Like, go through her whole routine, lay down for a bit, and then she's going to grab the Anders coin. What did you do?
Callie, I was having the most lovely living nightmare. What do you mean? What did I do? What do you want?
How did you end up like this? Did you make a bad deal, try to get out of one? Were you just so much of an asshole this was the only way to shut you up? What happened?
Well, transactions happen. You ask them to make change. They end up making you change. One thing leads to another. You know how it is.
I don't.
I could have said the change made me.
You're missing out on a really great opportunity to make a change bringer joke with my god and everything. I need an actual answer from you. Not just for the idea of it potentially being easier to figure out how to undo this, but we are about to waltz into Paymon's latest playground, and I know he was the one who gave you to Winnie, so I would assume he is the one responsible for this, and I would like to have some idea of what the truth is before I go deal with him.
Fuck, I wish I could stop you from doing this. You're gonna be so fucked. Why don't you roll persuasion?
I'm gonna use one of my advantages.
Okay.
That is better. That is a 19.
When all that badness went down, we lost everybody. Who was left? You, me, Christoph? I couldn't handle it. I went off. In more ways than one. Callie, why did you go to hell? You did it by choice. Why did you go there?
Well, the answer I gave Torin wasn't incorrect. I didn't know what else to do with myself. He had intended to go back. I didn't have anything else worth doing up here, so I went to try to do his work. Didn't help that you told me to go to hell. Thought you'd be happy about it.
Yeah, well, you weren't the only one that listened to Torin. I didn't go to help anybody. That's not my deal. And maybe I did go there to help myself a little bit, but fuck's sake, I was looking for a way to undo what had been done, a way to fix those mistakes, get a fucking mulligan on that shit. I mean, if anybody could do it, I prayed, Callie. I prayed. I prayed to your fucking goddess. I prayed to a bunch of whole gods and goddesses. Pantheons. Nothing. But you know who's going to listen to you every single time? You know who's willing to make a deal? And Torin said that he was going to go back. You know how easy it is to get down there. And so I went down and I started looking for somebody who could help me out. Give me just I don't know, a solution. Maybe not a big one, just a little one. Little cost here, little cost there, but I think one of the most insidious parts of hell is how it doesn't seem that bad until you're too far in. especially in a place like this. And the feathers. You sit down at a table, you play some cards, some dice. I didn't realize they were letting me win until I started to lose. And sitting across the table from me, this big ass fucking grin. It's Paimon. And I couldn't step away. I had a chance. I had a chance that he put on the table to fix things. And I had a good hand, Callie. Shit, I had a good hand. I just didn't have any more in my bank. And he said in that slimy fucking voice of his, "Oh, well, even though you don't have coins in front of you, you actually have a coin inside you." And I was like, what is this, some kind of fucking magic trick? So I bet my soul. I don't know if he cheated. I don't know if it fucking matters. I was trying to come back. I was trying to come back, Kallista. I was trying to make it back and make things right. I was trying to make up for our mistakes. But I guess I was the mistake. So. Turns out I had a 50-50 shot at winning. Now I kind of am. Heads or tails. 100% chance of losing. I don't know if that helps. But I certainly was not the only coin in that asshole's bank. And he treated me like I was nothing. And maybe he was right. I just don't want that to happen to you.
I'm gonna fix it. Anders, I'm gonna fix it. It's not gonna be pretty. I'm gonna get you out of there. Thank you for telling me.
Don't do this, Callie. Don't. Just go waste your time on somebody that actually needs it.
I'd be hard-pressed to point out anybody who needs it more right now. You are trapped in a coin.
Now, guess it's the only time in my life I've ever made sense.
I want to be so mad at that, but it was very good. Credit where credit is due. Okay.
Yeah. Plus, it hurts a lot to make jokes in here. So, that was big sacrifice. If it comes down to it, Callie, you need to pick you over me. Because I fucking know, you fucking martyr. But I hear everything, and you got shit to live for. I'm a shitty coaster at this point, and you have a future. You got that fucking himbo wrapped around your finger at this point. You got friends. You got places to be. You got stuff to do. I am literal dead weight.
Well, I guess fortunately it's not actually up to you. So.
Fine.
You know me better
Have fun
than
being
that.
a martyr, Callie.
She'll just put the coin down, and I want to point out this is the first time she has not gotten on his case about calling her Callie.
He slipped into Callisto in there once.
He did. But he said Callie a couple times, and she did not get mad at him for it.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, a couple hours later, Proximus is gonna finish his shift and get back to his closet. There is a small piece of parchment that's been folded up to kind of like be its own envelope. And when you pick it up, there's like clearly like there's something in it. Oh, my stuff froze. That's fun. On the inside, it just says, you're not the only one familiar with that spell, you know. Hopefully this does the job well enough for now. And it's just signed -K, and then in parentheses underneath says, with help from Winnie. And in yet another similarity to that first note that she had left with Rollin way back when you open up, there is a literally brand new platinum ring in it.
They're married again!
Yay!
Sheesh.
So that's it. She's already gone to bed when you find that. Enjoy.
Okay. Anything else before we cut to break?
Not before break.
Okay. Great. Well, with that, we will go ahead and take our break. Probably be back in about 10 to 15 minutes. As always, we appreciate your patience as we deal with some horses, real-life horses, here at Sword and Key Farms. Please stick around. We'll be back shortly. And in the meantime, please enjoy our ad reel, make use of any of our discount codes, and donate to Feeding America to put a little more wind in our sails and with some incentives. Stick around. We'll be back. Vast and welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Horizon's Call. Let's jump back into things. We were essentially setting up the things to do before you all dove into the ocean once again, planning a secretive infiltration into the Nalos and their community, which makes Empire Kingdom. It's none of those things because they don't have a king.
It's their cult, Derek.
Region?
It's a cult.
Yep.
Their
Yep.
lands?
I think Dominarchy is
Ooh.
probably the.
Ooh.
I think that's one of the more accurate terms for it. But was there anything else anybody wanted to do?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Not the day we had the conversation about the Nalos, but maybe like the next day. Acacia is going to give a little ring-a-ling-ling on the shell phone to Kallista. Hey, Are you busy or going to be busy?
Nothing I can't put down. What's up?
I was going to ask if you would be up for helping me with some tedious map stuff. I could use a second set of eyes, and everybody else is either someone I won't ask, busy, will get very bored and be a problem, or their skill set is not geared towards that type of work.
I don't know how helpful I'm going to be, but sure, I'm happy to give it a crack.
You are smart and very perceptive, so better than Panveer.
One of those two things was true. I'll be right over. You're very smart as I look at my +0.
If you want, I can come pick you up a la giant bird if you don't want to spend any magic.
In theory, we have a little bit of time, so I think the magic is fine. And Kallista will head up and she will do the storm door, and just since she can just continuously do it, will just bounce however much she needs to be able to make whatever distances between the ships.
Yeah. She would have told you that, hey, my cabin, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if you've ever actually been to my cabin.
I've been around enough, I've probably can figure it out, so.
Yeah. So Acacia would have all of... when you come into her room, she's got an unused bed and basically a bunch of like map stuff on like her one table and maybe like on the bed a little bit. Thanks. I just needed another set of eyes. I have some old maps from when it was still the Bloodhound, and I want to start copying stuff over to mine. And I could use a second set of hands, especially since it's not the neatest handwriting.
Think I can manage.
That's really all that I need, but yep, I have paper to mark things out, write things neater, and here everybody is using so many things on our fucking bongo cat. It's
Okay, bongo cat can't be a distraction. We've got to.
I am closing on a bongo cat.
That's fair.
I'm so sorry. But game, back to things. Paper to put things together, mark things so she can go back later, copy things over neatly, so on and so forth. And I will say right off the bat, Acacia does not need help with this. There is not enough work to warrant a second set of hands. But has, brought out just like water, maybe some tea, a couple snacks that help prevent scurvy, apples, stuff like that, fruits. And just like at some point, like, so how has settling into ship and sea life been? I know it was rough when I had to do it, so.
It's interesting. It's a bit weird just to be around in inescapable quarters with a large group of people again. But that's honestly been the strangest part.
Hey, you got quarters. Could have been shoved in the deck.
Yes, that would have been a whole other adjustment. So I am very grateful to not have had to be thrown into the deep end, no pun intended.
Hammock with a lot of the crew who've been sweating on deck all day?
That part wouldn't bother me. Kind of got used to sulfurish and other awful constant smells, so it's the chattering.
Yeah, and some people don't know how to shut up. Have you been staying occupied? I know it can be pretty boring as a passenger.
I've been staying busy. I've got a pile of books that Winnie was able to procure for me that I'm starting to sort through. plenty of space in the hold to do some basic training, so...
And plenty of people to spar against if you really needed an extra little oomph.
Exactly.
Good. No, that's good, because being stuck at sea is certainly something.
That it is. Not something I did a lot before, but enough.
Very much the same. Took some getting used to on my end, especially since I did not have the space to run.
Yes, I imagine it is kind of a larger problem for you.
We fixed it for a little bit before I was able to wild shape. We, someone cast water walk on me, and I would run beside the ship.
Sounds effective.
It was, but now I can just be a cat and have the zoomies. You're lucky you're not on this ship to experience that. Outside of, you know, the cats over there, so. Acacia's not good at small talk, and that's kind of where she, like, continues, like, scratching at her paper, doing things, making marks, writing down coastlines and such. Probably at some point she would have, like, after the meeting, she would have, like, poked Proximus, be like, hey, where on the fucking chart are these caves? And probably marked it there as well. But other than that, Acacia's vibing.
Acacia, can I ask you a strange question?
You can. I can't promise an answer.
As you've pointed out, ship life isn't exactly, not something that's conducive to your stature and maybe normal skill sets.
True.
So why do you do it?
The ship part, the pirating part. Which part?
Pick one.
I guess it really depends. At first it was just because I had no choice. I don't know how much you've heard in terms of how we all met, but
Not enough. At some point, we're going to need to resolve that, but I don't think the 3 days we have before going through a bunch of underwater mines is necessarily the best time for it.
long story short then, we met up north. I was their ride back home. They brought me home down to Soteria after everything with Eula that I got dragged into. And then Soteria was raided by the Nerians. Along with all that, elder stuff piqued my interest, called by the stars, and kind of going from there. But to be quite honest with you, I don't think being a pirate is long-term for me. I don't expect to be doing this for the next decade.
No. As long as it works enough for now. There's nothing wrong with knowing that it's not a forever.
I hope it's not forever. I miss home. Half of my family is still there. But staying with the group, I've gotten close to them. I've grown very fond. But they're also, I think, my best bet against the Nerians. It just feels the right place to be. Not to mention all the elder stuff. Reverse question. If if that's okay.
I did kind of open the door. It'd be kind of rude if I didn't allow it.
You decided to come with us. Is that something you wanted to do? Or just because you felt it was the right direction?
Felt it was the right direction. I don't think I was supposed to leave in the first place, but I did anyways, and I got directed right back. Very clearly. So, I do not often choose what I'm going to do off of my own ideas, wants, thoughts. Always felt a pull in a direction. And not following that has led to some... It's been very clear that was not the good choice to make. So for now, I maintain the habit of going where it feels like I am needed and hope I figure out why the pull was that direction.
I may be blunt. I hope Avandra takes into account some of your wants and needs at some point. Because I'd hate for you to go somewhere you're not happy.
I'd like to think so. It's not all bad being here.
Hey, you can join me with Tamora and the Fates. They're really hands-off.
I appreciate the offer. I like having some guidance.
That's fair. I need to find a middle ground at some point, though. Because, damn, is it frustrating sometimes to be like, hey, can you not continue throwing death in my way? Sorry. We've had a stressful... Yes.
Yeah. No need to apologize.
But no, yeah. Thanks for helping out. I know it wasn't super intensive, but as I said, I know what it's like to be bored on a ship when you're just a passenger.
Good for a change of scenery.
Fresh air. Fresh air. New faces. Different flitting.
Different flitting.
But yeah, if you ever want to just vibe over here, I have a spare bed that I'm not using, so.
I appreciate the invite.
The door is always open.
Likewise.
I don't think I'll fit in your cabin, though.
We could figure it out.
You get to choose the animal when I come visit, so I fit.
I think that can... that seems fair.
Yeah, and if you don't have anything else to add, Jenn?
Yep.
Goal, get Kallista out of her cabin. Success. We win. I win.
Okay. Anything else before we have the ship's anchor? Okay.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I was trying to unmute. Proximus would need another weapon. So I think he would go talk to Trosho.
Good. What can I get you?
Trosho, I need a sword, I think. Something
Yeah.
lightweight for my offhand.
Okay.
Something Yeah, something that I can slash very quickly with.
Okay.
I was thinking more like a scimitar, not really like something that I can use quickly.
Yeah, but you're on a pirate ship. That's standard issue.
Do we have choices of them, or is it just a
I mean, there's a bucket over there. Go ahead and buckle your swashes. Get in there.
yeah, yeah. Um,
Pre-owned, gently used, refurbished.
all right. He's just gonna sift through, make sure
Yeah,
they're not as
standard.
chipped as yeah.
Oh yeah, no, there's some that are like bent to all hell, and one where guy like three guys have like carved their initials into the hilt of it. Um, but yeah, you're able to find pretty decent. Probably needs a little bit of sharpening, but
Mm,
has not seen its worst days. Scimitar.
yeah, I'll snag that and maybe go down to the hold and practice and sharpen it up a little bit, I think.
Yeah, Connery will find you down there.
Mm.
You playing with swords in the hold again?
Yes, Captain. I um have to change things up a little bit. I can't rely on all of my old ways. Hey, can I ask you a question?
No,
I'm going to anyway, you know that,
I
right?
know. Yes.
Okay, all right. Have you ever been on a date?
Oh, sure. The Proximus. Yes, I've been on a date. Have you been on a date?
Uh, not really. And I might be, going to my death soon, so it
Yeah.
might not be anything. But
But just in case you want to have your priorities all straightened out.
right, right.
Well,
You have any date ideas?
uh, Proximus, when I'm from the process of courting another is, it depends on who you're courting, I suppose. Who's the lucky last laddie or otherwise? Did you find a jellyfish you fancy?
Just a furry cat that I like. That pause. Uh, yeah, it was more of a joke. Never mind. Jesus.
It's the new lass, isn't it?
The, is it? Yes.
Yes, it is. Before you have to ask, yes, it is. My courtship process has typically been a bloody one of trophies from hunts and acts of physical prowess, and there's a dance involved. I'm not sure if the new blue has interest in any of those things. What does she like?
Oh, you know, she asks me a lot about me, but she's not very forthcoming with.
He draws his sword. We're going to multitask. I'm going to beat the shit out of you. and teach you how to fight with a sword, and also teach you how to talk to women. And he just lays into you.
This is accurate. This is like, yeah.
It's like an overhand swing. What's her favorite flower? And bongs you. By the end of it, beaten, bruised, handy with a scimitar, and you at least have the idea that you should probably be a more active listener. But
at some point, he's, with his left, and then he switches to his right. He still gets his ass whooped. Yeah.
I am not left-handed. I'm still bad though. Connor at least gives you the idea of like, maybe next time you're in port, you are on the same two ships all the time. Finding a place of privacy and intimacy is going to be difficult, and making it even more difficult would be finding something that is novel, something that is new, that you're not seeing literally every day. Because the things you don't see every day on the ships are the things you don't want to see. Like parts of the hold where, the bilge waste gets trapped, and not a good date place does that make. So yeah, he suggests something to do in a safe port is to find some quiet time. Okay. The other thing I was going to ask is, when the ships drop you all off, the nearest island to where you are going to be is... Where's my map? It is probably going to be north of Polanis, or that northern island, Neshra, which is not necessarily marked on our map, but that's there. They could absolutely dock just outside the borders of the Nalos, or they could make it to a port. If you all had a preference.
I feel like it's better than not just floating out in the water.
Yeah,
how mid-seas are
agreed.
supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they could probably make it to an Imperial port if you wanted them to.
I'm sure that's fine.
This is like a great idea, Derek. I'm so glad you suggested it.
Thank you so much, Jen.
Let's just send them to Valis. They can get the other ring while we're doing this.
Right.
That's what I'm
Let's
saying.
just unleash honey on the Imperials.
Oh my
Yes.
Derek, do you mind pinging
That's
that
the
one more
best
time
idea.
now that I have the map up?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just the northern island just north of Polanis there. That's Neshra.
Okay.
Which is in the Proximus prequel where the ship at the beginning sailed out of.
Oh.
Fun fact.
Well, so Proximus' story has come full circle, and
Yeah.
he can retire
Yeah,
now.
we have nothing left. Yeah, he can die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kid. All right.
No, he's basically going around showing everybody like a picture, like, I got a girl back home, and I just need to make it there. I got one more day till
One more
retirement.
day.
They keep bringing me back. Yeah.
Amazing.
Instead, we're going to the
Beautiful.
beaches of, what is that, Normandy? Is that what you're saying? I love beaches.
Beach episode.
God. That's all we need. Yeah. Captain? We want to send him away?
Last time I checked, we were not on the Mercy.
We would be sending both ships away.
Yeah. I mean, we
No.
could split them, I suppose, but why? Also, who
Yeah.
all is coming with us? I assume
Well,
Dominaria.
that's my next question.
Not Marcus.
Okay, I figured,
Oh.
but
Kallista will point out that she can take, other than herself, she can take 5 people with her ripcord. So to keep that in mind.
So Dominara.
Okay.
So yeah,
Dominaria.
we could take Dominara. If we take anybody else,
They're
we gotta
screwed.
draw straws.
no one else really makes sense. But I just wanted to formalize it for.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I don't think we need to take anyone else other than Dominara. I feel like the less the better for this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Trosho comes up with like his great axe, and he's like, It's actually with my backstory too. None of you've really asked about it.
He can take my spot if he wants.
That would be so
Kayla,
funny
you
and
can-
makes
you
so
can
much
play,
sense.
You can play Trosho.
He's level 20. He's level 20, right?
Yeah, no.
Right?
Ooh.
Level 20 quartermaster.
Level
my
20
God.
barbarian. Could you imagine it?
They are
Full
my
rage.
favorite. I love them so much.
I've never played a barbarian before. Let's go.
Actually, I'm sorry. He's a level 2 bard. He just carries the axe around to intimidate. That's just it's only for aesthetics.
What he calls.
It doubles as a double neck guitar. It's great. When I said axe, you all assumed like no,
It's just a great axe.
it's really nice.
Okay, so we're taking Dominaria. We're sending the ships
Yes.
away
Yes.
to the island. Was there a third question? I assume
Those
we
were
all
the main
got the
two.
benefits of a long rest. Yada
Yep.
yada.
And then if there's nothing else, you all are about to dive in.
I hate it
While
when you
we were
stress die when we go in.
I hit the V harder.
You did, but
because
you
of that
still
one time.
stress the. It's like a crypt keeper. Like dive in.
Sheesh.
Before we fully get there, so that way I'll be able to get the spell slot back, Kallista will confirm with Proximus whether he wants her to get rid of the scar or not.
Yes. I
We
think
can
it'll
just
be
cover
best.
it.
No. I mean, it is bigger. It goes outside of the eye.
All right.
We're just a hard resetting proxy.
You're right.
Stars,
Did you turn it off and back on again?
Your eye is still under warranty,
Back
so
to Proximus. Back to factory settings.
we could just
I will-
like paint it. Like, have you never put on a little makeup to like hide something?
We're gonna be underwater for an extended
Do you not
period
have
of time.
waterproof mascara and stuff? Goodness.
It's waterproof. It's water resistant.
You have to remember,
You just
this
put
is
a little
winter.
shellac on there and
and synchronized swimming.
yeah.
That shit does not move.
It does
that's
not.
True. That's true.
is
They're also not fighting
real
through an
thick.
underwater mine.
That's what you think.
Oh
Have you
man, it'd be
seen some
so
of
cool
those
if they were.
videos?
I would watch the Olympics.
I would
if
watch
were
that.
there. Yeah.
I don't think there would be a difference.
Isn't
Like,
that just water polo?
you're just putting in work one way or the other. Like,
That's
anyway.
fair.
Moving
If
on.
Winnie wants to propose covering with makeup, by all means.
I don't want any makeup. I would like it gone, even though it looked cool.
I'm sure Dominaria could, we'll remove the arcane eye so that way she doesn't damage that, and she can put that brand right back on.
It is not that great.
It is also kind of a curse, so it is hard to remove in the first place. There's a point to it.
Yes.
I am
The whole idea was I was going to mark him, then take his head back and show everyone, and everyone would cheer. But I ended up crying instead.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's not how I thought that story was going to go. Anyways, since Dominaria did just use the word curse for it, I guess Kallista would start with trying to, make sure that there's not, like, the plan has been to burn the big boy spell and actually cast a regenerate. But if there's a curse involved, Kallista would take a closer look at it. She's gonna be very close to Proxy's face for a little bit.
I didn't notice my pores being so big.
Go on and kiss the girl.
Oh,
Whoa, whoa.
But it's gonna be. She like fully like I think there's a moment where she's like, okay, I'm gonna touch it, and she gets a little awkward, and then she gets into work mode. It's like this is not. This,
yeah.
So I guess she would try to actually make sure she can identify anything she needs to about whatever. Like, is it a curse like lowercase c or is it a curse capital C? Does she need to actually cast a remove curse of some kind to break this enough that she would be able to regenerate it away?
Yeah, go ahead and give me an Arcana.
That is a 22.
Essentially, the whole idea of the curse is its longevity. It is meant to not heal and glow slightly. It's a mark. It's a brand of a heretic, an apostate. It is meant so that no matter where Proximus goes, anybody who would recognize what that mark is would not miss it. It would draw their eye. And that's the point. It doesn't heal. It really can't be healed by conventional means. You can't just use a healing potion to seal it up. But there's nothing that's like going to long term hurt Proximus more than just its existence in and of itself. The meaning of it. So yeah, you could probably do a remove curse, or what was the other spell that you were talking about?
So the plan has been for the actual scarring part of it to actually cast regenerate, which like restores body parts and things like that. I'm gonna call the skin a body part. I'm gonna leave his arcane eye alone. I'm not gonna regrow his new eye, a new eye in there. But just the idea of like healing the skin to actually remove that physical mark. So I can like tag team those two spells as well to make sure that like, hey, any actual like curse bit that might cause it to like reappear, if the whole point was that it's supposed to be persistent, like do a remove curse and then do the regenerate.
I mean, remove curse is a 3rd level spell. Regenerate's a 7th level.
Yeah.
I would say you could use either.
Okay.
So if you want to save a 7th level spell slot,
I'm planning on us doing this. Like, this is not day of, so like I'm gonna get the 7th level back on a rest, and I would like to make sure that this is not a problem.
Yeah. I mean, essentially, you would be able to use a combination of those magics, if not just outright, the regenerate spell, to heal.
Okay, yeah. She will go for the regenerate with the idea of being like, not taking any chances, doing, she'll throw whatever magic she needs to at this to make sure this is not going to be a persistent problem. Make sure that we can maintain as much cover as we can going into it.
Yeah. Well, why don't you go ahead and describe what this looks like as you're going to heal Proximus's brand.
She's, been holding his face to like get a close look at it, try to figure out what the best thing to do is. And then I think what she does is she places her hand not on her amulet for the Changebringer, but on the one that he's been wearing. And will start speaking this prayer, and it's very quiet, and so probably he's the only one who can actually like hear it, and that amulet just gets a little bit, starts to feel warm, like in like a warm hug kind of way, and that warmth kind of spreads and moves up to where that brand is, and kind of like when she casts the very strong healing spells where all the gold in her one horn glows, that kind of same golden light kind of comes through that mark for a bit, and as it fades just takes those lines with it.
Okay. With that, Proximus loses all of his brand recognition.
Like and subscribe.
The days pass. Your ships reach where you believe, based on maps, charts, and the stars, to be a few nautical miles outside of what the Nalos territory was. At least they're getting close enough at this point. It is nighttime. Who's going to be above deck? We're still just a little bit out of when you're going to be diving in. Okay. Let's see. Winnie and Acacia, just in a few words, what are both of you doing at night?
Acacia, I've already established previously that Acacia is like semi-nocturnal when she's on the ship. So she's probably doing a combination of making sure that we are on course, updating her star maps, as well as just manning the helm if it's her shift.
Cool. Winnie, what about you?
Winnie's writing dirty limericks and putting them into bottles and throwing them into the sea.
Okay.
Please make sure one of those gets to my my whale fall friend. Please.
Why don't you go ahead and both roll for initiative? Acacia, because you're looking at the stars, this will be at disadvantage. Winnie, because you're actually like tossing stuff into the water, this will be at advantage.
Oh, well, I got a... Son of a gun.
So my question is I have the alert feat and I can't be surprised. So am I still?
It's not necessarily a surprise thing. It's just about like noticing something. I would say
Okay.
we can cancel it out. So that'll be
Okay,
just a straight
fair.
roll then.
Okay, cool.
When you got
So you
25.
You said initiative or perception? What was it?
It's
again?
just perception.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I swear to God you said initiative. Okay.
no,
also-
I did hear that.
I apologize if I did. I meant
So it's
perception.
27
Yeah.
when you rolled a
I
19.
got a 5 + 9, so not great.
Okay, so only 14. Okay. Acacia looking up at the stars, especially, and kind of just keeping an eye out in general. You don't notice, but Winnie, as you go to throw a bottle into the sea, you see a glint in the moonlight, in the water. And the water already has that glint from the moonlight kind of casting down, but there's a break in it. And you go to toss the bottle in, and you see kind of in shadow this silhouette. You see these two bioluminescent eyes open, look at you, catch the bottle, and dive back into the water.
Do I recognize who or what that might be?
I mean,
Also,
the
when you say
is-
silhouette, like, are we talking person size and shaped, or are we talking, like, dragon turtle size
it looks
and
very
shaped?
much like Proximus's silhouette.
Okay.
Not exactly his.
Damn it.
Hey, I think we've been noticed, when he's gonna say on deck, as she's gonna go find, Proximus, or Dominera, whoever's closer.
Yeah, you would be able to find Proximus pretty okay.
Knock knock, Proximus.
I feel like I would, if it was at night, I would be on deck.
Okay, we had a whole thing where Derek was like, raise your hand if you're on deck at night.
I didn't. Oh. My bad.
Proximus just stepped away for a minute to find the little
You just turn
Triton's
around
room.
and he's suddenly
Potty.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I turn
Go to the
around and
bathroom.
he's just like staring right at me. Oh, as you're coming back upstairs, I guess. Hey, there's Tritons in the water, so we have probably lost some surprise.
How did you find the Tritons in the water?
They were looking? Well, yeah, they were looking right at me, and they took my limerick.
They took your
Don't
what?
worry about it. They dove back under, but big, like luminescent eyes.
But how did you see them?
Well, I
if you
figure
were-
if they're first of all, I rolled pretty well, and second of all, I figure if they're letting me see them, that's probably not good either. Or do you mean they're supposed to be invisible? Because that's
No, I
something
was
else I should be
wondering
concerned with.
how we attracted attention.
I don't know, but this does
when
remind
we
me
are
I should take my
supposed to be
tonic
sneaking.
or my like
Yes.
whatever it is.
All right, we need to alert the crew and the other ship. I call over the shell phone. All right, we need to. We need to disembark soon. Now.
Now?
I said they're
And
they're
get
in
the
the
ships
water.
out of here.
They know
Why?
we're here.
They're in the
Proximus,
water.
why?
They.
I told you.
Wait, over the. I thought you were only talking to Proximus. You
I said
you were
on
saying-
deck. I told everyone on deck, and then I went down to find Proximus.
Are we
Yeah.
on same ship? That's why I'm asking.
Oh shit! No, we're not. Good call.
So I repeat, why do we need to disembark? What happened?
We have been seen.
By
The
Tritons?
fact that they have not attacked,
To clarify, by Tritons.
that is what Winnie said. Yes,
I said that's what it looked like.
that's what it looked like.
I will
But if
go
we are
wake
getting
up.
attention here, then we should probably get off and allow the ships to get out of here.
I'm gonna go wake up Scarlett if she's sleeping. I'm gonna go pound on her door.
And if you drink a tonic in front of me, I will hold my hand out.
Kayla, you're muted.
I shouldn't be muted.
I think you were
Oh.
just quiet.
Yeah,
For a
okay.
second.
I was like,
No,
I saw
I
the
will-
captions, but I didn't hear you.
No, you're fine. I will open the door.
I don't know if you heard the shell phone, but Triton's in the water. Proximus says we should disembark.
Okay, give me 10 and I will be out.
Ugh. I leave you be. I'm gonna go say goodbye to Panveer. Tell him I hope I don't die.
I hope you don't die either.
If I do, though, do me a favor, keep an eye on my dad's.
I have only one.
Well, look back and forth very quickly.
I can do that.
Also, because this just occurred to me, Derek, like the day after we got back from the Shadowfell, I would have told my dads I lived. I would have sent them a sending to say I
Yes,
was okay.
noted. Noted. Yeah,
Derek, I
please.
have an important question.
Yeah.
Is because of how our perception of the timing of everything was going to work out, is this the same night after I just fixed Proximus's eye, and this is maybe why you're trying to convince me I didn't need to use my 7th level spell slot, and now I'm just screwed? Or is there another night in between here?
I don't.
That's fine.
No, I don't think that you. Okay, just because a scout spotted you all does not mean that your plan has gone into the trash.
Mhm.
It is. It is. I think. The reason of this is just to show that the borders of the Nalos have expanded a little bit. Your plan is still essentially in effect, and Proximus can still, in a crowd, wouldn't be super recognized.
I'm
And
just trying to
Proximus
figure out
would
if I've got my spell slot or not.
Oh,
That's
I
all.
see. If you would have the long rest, yes,
Yeah.
you would have the long rest. Absolutely.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
I was like, is this why I kept going? Like, you could just use the remove curse.
No,
He was trying to throw me a bone, and I was very committed.
You all have your spell slots going into this.
All right, perfect.
I missed if you all said you were drinking the tonic. When did you say you were drinking the tonic?
Just Winnie. Winnie is drinking
Just
the
Win-
tonic
okay.
after seeing the Triton.
Okay, and I'm sorry. What you had you gave 2 rolls?
No, I only rolled a 24.
There was a 25 and an 8. Oh, the 25 was your perception. Okay.
The 25 was when I thought we were rolling initiative, and then I adjusted
see.
for, yeah.
Okay, so well, you rolled an 84, which means you actually roll 3 times and use all effects. So you're going to ignore rolls above 70. So I need 3 more D100 rolls, please.
Above 70.
I hope they like that limerick, though.
Me too.
Yeah, that'd be really nice.
There
Okay,
once was a Triton from Kentucky. Anyway,
What the fuck
Okay.
is Kentuckin?
Let me get back to you about
Nobody
the 8 and
knows.
the 6. 64 is roll 1d4.
a 1.
Okay. So this is the first one. The 6 is you're going to take on the effects of an uncommon potion of my choice for 1d4 hours. The second one is you're going to take on the effects of a common ring of my choice for 1 day. And the last one is that your shadow seems to move independently from you for one day, although it's rather difficult to notice. What I will say is that will give you, just to give a mechanic to it, even though it's difficult to notice, I'll give you advantage on stealth for one day.
Ooh, thanks.
Peter Pan that shit.
Yeah, that was what my thought went to as well. Okay, so let me find a common potion and a common ring to give you the attributes of. And
We didn't
then
immediately
it sounds,
die again, boys. Yeah.
no, not this time. I don't think there's immediate death. I think there's just things that make you wish you were immediately dead. So, anyway, okay. Everybody diving into the ocean then?
Yeah.
Marcus comes to Scarlett, gives her a kiss. Please make it back.
I have all intention to. Don't sink the ships, please.
I have no intention to.
Proximus will hold his hand out to Kallista.
Takes it.
Already?
It's nighttime. It's nighttime.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Okay.
Captain, we'll dock at Neshra. If you need us back, just say the word, and updates are appreciated, especially if there's going to be any more contracts being signed.
Fucking hope not.
Strictly forbidden.
Okay. Into the water you all go. It's night. So it is somewhat actually comforting, I have to imagine, to dive into water that is not as dark as that of the Shadowfell. But still an impenetrable darkness all the same. The light of the moon does not cut through the waves the way that sunlight does. And what little ambient light doesn't even go down a few feet. So as you dive in, you look down into the abyss. Many of you have dark vision.
I do cast the spell Dark Vision as a heads up.
And even with that, there's nothing really to see. It's looking down into this darkness. Proximus, you have a general idea as to where you are. North is your goal. What exactly lies between you and the Nalos, you never really saw. There would be a time not that long ago that being here would be the most forbidden, furthest from home rebellion that you would have ever done. But you've seen so much more in that time. You've done so much more. You've become so much more in that time. You don't see anyone about. There are no fish to be seen, no predators. Presume you all are heading north. Yeah. What level would you all like to be at? Are you swimming like all the way down, or trying to be at like the seafloor? Are you kind of like middle ground? Or are you swimming near the surf?
I'm leaving this to Proximus and Dominara.
Same.
I would know where the levels are for the entrances of the mines. I'm
Sure.
assuming that they would be deeper than usual. So we would just keep free falling into the darkness until
Yeah.
I felt that we would get to that level.
Yeah. You all dive further and further out of what would be the sunlight zone into the twilight zone, and then to the place that would feel most like home for Proximus, perhaps aptly named the Midnight Zone.
Mm.
You know that there are still crevices, caverns, pits that would lead you deeper towards the abyss, or even deeper trenches still, but the Nalos reside in the mid-seas, in the Midnight Zone, and it's here that you find a seafloor. Still dark, and Proximus, you know it will remain dark until you can find the bioluminescence that marks your people's home. A place where sunlight barely carves through. But the flora there provides light. Some of the fauna do as well. And the Nalos have done an excellent job of cultivating that to illuminate their home. You know you have some swimming to do. Dominaria is with you. You know, generally, where these cave entrances are going to be. There is time between you all and there. Anything you all would like to be doing during that travel? Okay.
Do you have one thing I'd want to do? Un
Please.
momento. I want to... My brain. I want to just summon a creature, maybe 2 or 3, depending on what I pull from the coral bag of tricks.
Okay.
So the first one I have as a D8. A dolphin, actually. So I'll just stick with that one because they're pretty
Okay.
swift.
Man, we're really playing an Echo at this point.
God damn. So I want it to help us, like, keep an eye out, scout, and such. If it
Yeah.
can. Maybe help us keep an eye out for the mine entrances.
Yeah. It clicks a few times, nods its bottle-nosed head, and yeah, especially with its echolocation, it's a pretty good pick.
Winnie
It was
is going to
random.
put on her helm of comprehending languages before she forgets. Before I forget.
But
Yeah,
I'll
Winnie,
also-
there's something very vaguely familiar about the... You spoke Dolphin for a brief period of time, but that time has passed.
No, I can understand. Well, no. We can communicate, but I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mare, please.
I was just gonna say I'll be ritual casting speak with animals.
Okay.
That's all.
All right.
While we were still closer to the surface, just so that way it would... I don't know if there would be any kind of visual effect to it that could draw attention. I will cast Death Ward on Proximus.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it necessarily says anything like any illumination happens.
It's not supposed to, but I was like, I don't know. She doesn't usually do this in the dark, underwater, so on and so forth. And it's like, this is gotta...
Okay. I'm kind of multitasking a little bit and trying to find a ring that will help with Winnie. Winnie.
I probably don't need it right now. Unless you're
Yeah,
about to really
that's true. I'll.
wreck my shit.
I want to make sure I say it on stream, so I will get you something here in a second. I am thinking that the ring of truth telling will be
Ooh.
useful. That will give you advantage on insight checks to determine when somebody is lying to you. And I will pick a potion for you. Okay. The hours pass. You all swimming steadily through the water. Dominaria did leave Makris behind, her plesiosaur, unless any of you thought that was necessary to bring along. But especially since the mines are no place for a plesiosaur. To misquote Lord of the Rings horribly. So she even has wiped away in the water some of the bioluminescent paint that she has decorated herself and also decorated Makris with, but she's cleaned it from herself since you all are kind of being stealthy about this. The hours do pass. At this pressure pushing on your eardrums, it's both comforting and also slightly oppressive at the same time. But you all have adapted well enough to this depth. Some of you naturally, some of you magically.
If
There's
there is, oh,
please. No, go ahead, please.
if there is any type of sea life, because we are so deep, I want to check with. I'll use emissary of the seas, so you can commute simple ideas to any beast, plant, elemental, or monstrosity with a swimming speed. And I'd like to. They can understand your words, but you cannot understand them in return. But see if they. I want to know if there's been any tritons around this area that they've noticed.
Yeah.
Acacia would have asked if you think there's anything promising for her to talk to. She would talk to them.
Yeah, I would look for.
Yeah, let's see. You all are passing through a pretty dark part of the ocean, so when light does catch your eye, it's pretty noticeable. And after you've been traveling for a while, you start to see some bioluminescence. It's few and far between. It's distant at first, as it seems like even your movement through the water might be pushing any animals away. But you do see, in a somewhat close distance, there is a singular light that is bobbing around, and then that is off to your right, off to your left. You see a pair of almost undulating, like lines of lights, long strings of them.
I would go over to him. To that.
Strings of lights.
Mm-hmm.
I would ping Proximus with the mind link. Do you know what those are? Because on anything at depth with lights always puts in mind anglerfish.
Would I be familiar with these lights?
Roll a nature check.
Let's see. -1. Can I use animal handling?
Sure.
19 plus 5, 24.
The singular light off to the right definitely feels much more anglerfishy. The ones off to the left are reminiscent of dragonfish. Large-fanged, even giant dragonfish. Most dragonfish in our world are relatively small. These seem to be fairly sizable, and there seem to be 2 of them. And it's not they aren't actually dragons, like that's what they're actually called, is dragonfish.
I always look up dragonfish when I hear them, and I regret it every single time.
I would go to the dragonfish and ask them politely.
Yeah, you swim over, and they are a little bit longer than you are tall. And they begin to swim around you in a circle.
Can I follow him?
Yeah.
Unless he says not to follow.
No. Yeah, that's fine.
Hello.
It says hello.
We are trying to avoid anyone that looks like me. Tritons. Can you help us?
It's a very curious thing. You don't want to be around folks that look like you.
I will translate.
Not everyone likes to move in a school.
Yes, but school's where you find the best bites, don't you?
That's true.
Been trying to avoid folks that look like you for quite some time. Kill our brother, did they? But when I saw you swimming all alone with that strange thing behind you there that keeps chatting in our language, well, curiosity got the better, didn't it? Killed the catfish, so I hear.
We are not here for any killing. I'm sorry about your brother. But those...
Not here for any killing?
No. We are
Not
not.
of you.
What'd you say, Kasia?
Not of you.
Oh,
Not of creatures like you.
well. I suppose we can keep that mutual then.
Yeah. We are trying to avoid them only to make sure that they stay out of this water in the future.
Well, then we have a common goal. Been
Indeed.
taking all our food. Very unpleasant to be around. They got shops like you do. And we'll kind of gesture at the sword at your hip.
When did they start showing up around here?
I really got a concept of time. It's always dark down here. Suppose it's been a few pulls and pushes of the tide. If you're looking-
With that, so with above table, that would be like.
They've
How
been doing this for, I mean, essentially as long as
couple months.
yeah,
at
it's right around the time that Paimon showed up at Scarlett's wedding to threaten
Cool.
Proximus.
Love that.
Oh, if you're looking to avoid them, I would say stay lower rather than higher. They seem to be swimming up more and more.
That is good to know. Thank you.
Yeah. Sometimes being a bottom feeder isn't a bad thing.
Yeah.
You got any food on you?
He'll rummage around into his... see if he's got anything.
You know, you look
Some
like
dried
you got...
fish.
I'll take it. Seems like you got too hard of a shell to eat anyway.
And I kick.
I don't know what that is.
It hurts. It hurts.
I don't like hurts. Well,
Take care of yourself.
yeah. Up a fish. That's what I do. It's not like I'm doing taxes.
How the fuck do you know what taxes are?
That's a fish secret.
In the mind link, you just hear these fucking dragonfish know what taxes are.
Ooh.
It's the true evil of Damaris. Yeah, that fish know what taxes are. Okay. The dragonfish stop circling you and go to swim away.
Well, I think we should go deeper, like they said.
Let's head back
Um,
with everyone else.
Proximus, why don't you roll me a survival check with advantage?
Ooh. Ooh, 19. A 19 and an 18. Shit, I'll take it. Dirty 20.
Great. After your conversation with the dragonfish, you get this feeling in your gut, this sense of being home. It is warming and chilling at the same time, creating this lukewarm pit in your stomach, where you have finally returned to the place that you were never meant to be back. You were never meant to come home. You were supposed to be an arbiter, which meant you were supposed to go out and die for this cause. And you've done everything you were told not to do, but it is still, at the end of the day, it has been, it is ultimately your home. It is a place that you were meant to dedicate your life to. And you have no structure to remind you of it. There's no rock that is evidence of this is where I'm meant to be, but it is the call that lets birds know to travel south. It is the innate knowledge that allows a spider to spin its web. It is the unconscious evolutionary drive that you have that lets you know, like a salmon that swims upstream, this is where you are meant to be. This is a part of you. You've passed beyond the borders of the Nalos, and you know that the mines are not a place that, I should say, the mines are frequent. The mining for black mithril and other precious metals, even the forges that bend them into the incredible shapes that the Nalos military uses, are intertwined all throughout this area, all throughout the extent of the borders. So you know that there must be an entrance to the mine shaft somewhere. I should say a mine shaft entrance somewhere nearby. And with that survival check, you know you've patrolled this area. You've idly carved bits of graffiti into the rocks not too far from here. Perhaps it wasn't even that far from here that you had an adventure that led you to the surface. A great submarine adventure where you met surfacers for the first time. And quietly, no Nalos to be seen patrolling in this area, sticking closer to the sea floor. You and your companions find an opening that leads down. You look up and see the struggle of sunlight that cuts through. That last little glimpse of light. And I don't know if this goes through your head, but it certainly goes through Dominera's. Will that be the last time that you see it? And as you all take the plunge into the mine shaft, in the hopes of finding Nivea, in the hopes of freeing the Nalos from the clutches of a devil, and ultimately the enthrallment that they have been in service of for generations. That's where we're going for today. Thank you all so much for joining us for another Horizons call. I'm Derek Sword. I use he, him pronouns. I have been your game master and your guiding compass, GM and GC, for this particular game. I have been joined, as always, by these incredible individuals, and I want to have them say more about themselves and where you can find more of them. Then we'll do a little bit of channel stuff and wrap up for the night. So, with that in mind, Mare, if you don't mind starting us out, where can we find more of your lovely self?
Hey everybody, my name is Mare. You can find me on all applicable social media at Archmage of Dice. I am a Sword and Key exclusive right now, playing Horizons Call at 6 p.m. Eastern on Saturdays. But you can also find me here multiple hours before, being the game master of the Indigo Nexus and Invisible Sun campaign, where we had 2 people out today, and those 2 people are going to come back to the party in a drama full of shambles. They had a fight at the end of session. It was great. Wonderful. And that's all I got.
Fantastic. Next up is Eva.
Was I unmuted that whole time? Oh no. Hi, hello. It's me, Eva. You can find me here on Saturdays as Weenie. And starting tomorrow, you can find me here for a VSIN mini-series before we get back to the main season. And I think that's it at the moment. Yeah. And I never say this part. Little Jeffrey does not have any socials. He is too young. and I have not programmed him to bypass the I'm of age box yet. So
Yeah, can he pass the I'm not a robot test, like the CAPTCHA?
I'm concerned that he could probably pass it better than some of us.
Can
Yeah.
he please take over the Sword and Key BlueSky at some point?
That would be
Oh my
delightful.
God. Yeah, maybe on my summer break. We'll have a little Jeffrey takeover.
That'd be so cute.
I want a blurry, badly angled selfie of the puppet.
Oh my god.
Is happening.
Yeah, right now, Derek.
Just like picking up
Is this thing on and it's just way too close and blurry and
Perfect.
Listen, I really want a robot shark puppet, and as far as I can tell, they don't make one. But if you ever see one, or if you got an inside scoop on a street shark puppet, because they did make them. They did make them when they like remade the toys. But and if you got a scoop on it, let me know that isn't like $500.
Do we know anyone who does robotics?
Hmm.
hello.
3D printer.
Yeah, we
Hel-
do.
Hey,
I also
Jen.
work in film production and work in art departments.
You have
I
a
know
new
prop
job.
maker.
So
you-
you're gonna help us though.
Yeah, if you want to make a little Jeffrey prop that isn't sticky, I would do
Well,
much
now we're getting way too specific.
Yeah.
You'll get what you get.
You get what you get.
That felt mean.
You know
I'm
what?
sorry.
That's
I
fair.
apologize.
Beggars can't be choosers, and some puppets are just going to be sticky. And if I'm a man that has to live with a sticky puppet, then that's the kind of man I'm going to be.
Because of
Next
his
up,
material, not anyway.
No, yeah, he's that cheap rubber. He's
And covered in cat hair.
Yeah, I
That's
think
the most
due to
important part.
due to the stickiness, he goes in the drawer, but at the same time, I don't know. I guess the cat hair still gets in there.
I got
Anyway.
you a new one.
You did. I just haven't gotten
For
it out.
special occasions.
It's for special occasion. That one's a black tie, Jeffrey.
Which he
events
canonically
only.
has, thanks to
Boxing
Proximus. His little suit.
Oh.
So cursed. This is
Michael.
cursed.
Tell us more
Oh,
about
me.
yourself.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Hi, fam. I'm Michael. I was Proximus. You can find me on Sword and Key Discord channel. You can find me on BlueSky, and on Instagram at Michael Sandoval. I will be here tomorrow to play in the Wiesen game. And then next week, I'll be on Dax's channel as we pick up a Star Wars campaign where I play a clone, and because I look like one. But yeah, so that's about it. Hey!
Special thank you, as always, to Michael for the incredible artwork that you see on stream, as well as in all of our promotional materials. Also, I'm just gonna to actually say it on stream because I didn't want to say it in back chat and forget. Winnie is going to have the effect of the Ring of Truth Telling. So that has advantage on insight checks to determine if somebody is telling the truth or not, and also the effects of Oil of Slipperiness. So you're going to be a little slippery salmon. So that's freedom of movement, and you also can duplicate the grease spell in your area. It's really, really greasy water. Great. Next up is Kaila.
Hi, hello, I am Kaila. I've been your Siren Storm Sorcerer Scarlett Shores. I am a Sword and Key exclusive here on Saturdays, and starting in May here on Thursday evenings Pacific to play through the Life is Strange games, the second video game on Sword and Key.
100%. Looking forward to it. Special thank you to Kayla, Mare, and Eva for doing production work around here as often as they do. Special thank you to Eva, especially for this one. And then last but absolutely not least, we have Jenn.
Hi, I'm Jen. I'm Lozelda around internet things. I'm currently playing the original Resident Evil over on my Twitch channel. I think we're gonna finish it on Friday. But I think I'm gonna be also joined by Jackie again, so we might just end up shooting the shit for 2 hours like we did the last time. I don't know. It was super fun though. And we have a grand old time with it. So, hey, come and do that. Also, if you like dice, go check out Long Dog Dice. And if you are into Kickstarters, maybe keep an eye on my BlueSky feed for things I'll be reposting here in a little bit, because I might be making dice for them. Maybe, allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah, check out Jen's socials. Jen has been posting about some of the really cool dice stuff that she's been doing lately, including a really cool set of Karlak dice.
He's very proud
And
of those.
yeah, they're really awesome. And even some Paragon stuff, which you might recognize as a game that we have played on this channel from Broken Door Games. Friend of the channel, Josh Simons, is one of the creators of that. Great superhero TTRPG. So I highly recommend checking that out because they have a pre-plug. They have a, is it backer kit? I can't remember what platform they're using.
I believe he's using Kickstarter to.
It is Kickstarter. Okay.
Do.
Yeah.
I was gonna say words, and I was like, "What words has he said publicly?" So I don't say things I'm not supposed to.
There is a starter set for Paragons.
Okay,
which
good. That is public. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Has
So
he used those words?
recommend checking that out. I had a really good time playing Paragons. I think it's a very fun game. Great. Thank you to all these incredible people. Again, I am Derek Sword, he, him pronouns. I highly recommend checking out all of Sword and Key stuff if you're looking for more of our wonderful things. You can find all of it in one neat, nice place over at beacons.ai/Sword and Key. All of our links all collected there. There's our socials, Instagram and BlueSky. There's also links to our Discord where you can hang out with cool folks like us, talk about cool games like this, get links to Bongo Cat with us all at the same time. There's quite a few cats in our little lobby right now. If you are looking for some of our philanthropies, some of the charities that we support, all of those are listed on Beacons. Our game in particular raises money for Feeding America, but we have a number of other charities that we're in support of. So you can donate at any time to any of the charities. If there are incentives built in, like for our game, they just get paid forward to whatever next game is. So if you want to toss some more, complications or boons or advantages or crits or any of those wonderful things, you can do that at any time. It does not have to be during game. If you are looking to donate to any of the other charities, they're all there as well. If you're looking for discount codes to get some cool stuff for yourself or others at a slightly lowered rate, you should check out, we have a number of affiliates. So we have affiliates like Eldritch Foundry for custom minis. No matter how weird and wild, normal, and mod your TTRPG character might be, you can make a mini of them and get a 10% off discount with code Sword and Key. That's off your first order. You can also use our affiliate link if you're going to be doing 3D printing. That gets you a 3-month subscription for $19.99, unlimited STL files for that. If you are shopping with Hit Point Press, use our affiliate link. They've got tons of stuff there. They also have some Kickstarters and stuff out for, I think the Humblewood one has fulfilled. The Dark Matter one is out right now. That I think is still live. And there's always the Floral Dragons, which are really great. The Big Bad series, which has some really fun villains in there. The other cool thing with that is they'll often make music files that to go along with the Big Bads or with Humblewood. So even some of the music you might hear on our streams, it comes from Hit Point Press. Use our affiliate link again if you can be buying from them. If you are looking for your perfect set of dice, look no further than Long Dog Dice. Jen makes your perfect dice set. I guarantee it. I can say that because I have my perfect dice set, which are the Horizon Skull dice. And they're really cool because they have our logo, the Sword and Key logo on the D6. And they're really cool, vibrant shade of blue. And you can get a set for yourself as well. Exact same set, or the sets of any of the characters here, or another set, because there's a wonderful selection there. If you're going to be shopping there, use again code Sword and Key, 10% off your first purchase. If you are getting your perfect cup of tea, check out Friday Afternoon Tea, Seattle's gayest tea shop. Friday is an incredible tea craftsperson, an incredible human being in her own right. Check out their amazing selection at Friday Afternoon Tea. I personally recommend the official Sword and Tea, which even I helped create. When you are making your purchase, use code TheLadyDame for 10% off your order. You can also on Beacons find links to the podcast Monster Crush, which is a podcast I do with my friend LD. We talk about cryptids, creatures, miscellaneous monsters from myth and how smoochable they are. If you love monsters or love monsters, it's a bi-weekly, bisexual, panteratophilic podcast of monster love and celebration. Check it out wherever podcasts are found. We're currently on a little bit of a hiatus, but we've got a great backlog to check out, including our In the March of Madness, Salty 16 Single Smooch Elimination, Eldritch Horror. Which Eldritch Horror is the most smoochable? We have a bracket. Check it out. I think that's the main stuff on Beacons. It's got all the links, so yeah, check it out. As far as the Google Calendar goes, yeah, I'm locked out of it, so that's not helpful. Let's see. Coming up this week, I believe we have a handful of things. Let's see here. Let's see. Tomorrow, as was mentioned earlier, is Veasan, Salt Upon Her Pillow, Part 1. That is going to be at 10 a.m. Pacific time. That is a Veasan game being run by Anik. Again, Eva and Mikyl are both going to be in that. The next thing on our calendar is going to be the Indigo Nexus, which is again run by Mare. It's our Invisible Sun campaign, 10 a.m. Pacific time next Saturday, again followed by Horizon's Call at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Gate Night typically plays on Tuesdays. It's currently, until Kaila gets started, our 7 p.m. Only video game streamed here on Sword and Key, 7 p.m. Pacific time on Tuesdays, but we're taking a little break for a couple of weeks, so we'll be back with that on the 21st. Let's see. The only other thing I really want to shout out at this point is on the 12th. It is Mod, friend of the channel, my cryptozoologist on Monster Crush, Lady Dame. It is LD's birthday, so very happy birthday to her. And then we also have Sword and Key movie nights. So our next one coming up, we just had one last night. The other of the week, our next one is going to be the 1992 Baz Luhrmann film Strictly Ballroom, which is a film that LD picked out for her birthday. So we've done a lot of Baz Luhrmann films like Moulin Rouge and the Romeo plus Juliet. There's a lot of them out there. Yeah, I think that's the main stuff. So until we see you next time, hopefully sooner rather than later. I hope to see you tomorrow for Veasan, because that's sure to be a great game. Take care of yourselves. Take care of others. Fair winds. Following with Seas, Brave Mariners. Bye.